Looking to where you were at in 1971 to today, how do you view apologetics in general in the church? Do you find that we have too many resources now? Do you feel that that we're on the right track, that where you have overabundance, which is great, or do you feel like we're still missing something? Is there still more work to be done?
We can never have too much. There's still a real battle to get people to even recognize that they need it. It depends partly where you live. I used to live in Washington, D.C., and people were at least more aware there that you need to have a reasoned case for your convictions, because Washington, D.C. was much more secular. Or if you live in Oregon, you're more aware of the need. I moved to Houston 7 years ago, and there's a lot more cultural Christianity down here. And in some ways, it's actually harder. I was trying to get my students, I had an undergraduate class for a while, and I was trying to get my students to get excited, get excited about the need to learn how to defend their faith. And finally, one of the students looked at me and said, "Professor Pearcey, this is Texas." So that's the pushback you get here. You don't think you need it.
I have a feeling that in Texas, that's the answer to a lot of questions.
And we had a lesbian mayor here in Houston at the time. Like, come on, open your eyes.
Yeah. We want to thank you for your time and coming on to our little show and just talking with us. As I said, when Tony and I first started meeting, we started out with Jason Lyle's Ultimate Proof for Creation. That tends to be one of the books that we tell the students that we interact with what's a good starting point. And I think Finding Truth is a double-bound collection in our church library because we recommend them so much because of just how well laid out your book is and how practical it is. Like you said, your writing style is just so well laid out in this book that it's an easy recommend for people who are in high school or going to college and kind of as you start pretty much each chapter with is someone in kind of around that college age or that early life stage of are there answers to be found still within Christianity? So we just want to thank you for your time and for writing your book and Love Thy Body. I mean, I recommend it to a lot of people because it's tackling the hard cases. You do abortion, transgenderism, homosexuality. I don't think there's any third rail topic that you don't touch on there. So we've just been a big fan of your writing and you in general.
Well, thank you so much. It was a lot of fun talking to you because you guys are. It was clear that you were asking real questions. You know what I mean? A lot of podcasts, they just have their prepared questions and you run through them.
Oh, we're devoting like half a year to just this one book, so we know it well. Well, is there anything that you'd like to plug? Your newest book, Love Thy Body, is definitely again something that just recently came out. Is much needed. Our church library got it, and of course I was the first person to snatch it up before it even got the little library slip card. Because I saw your name, and I was going to snatch it up, and then I saw what it was about, and so I hoped that there would be another copy coming, but.
Yeah, thank you. No, I think that I'm still getting most of my requests, speaking requests and so on Love Thy Body, just because these are the issues. These issues are growing in leaps and bounds. Mm-hmm. It's in the news every day. It's the first time I've ever written a book where there's something related to it in the news every day.
Every single day, yeah, absolutely.
There was I'll just give you one example. A few days ago, in Milwaukee, parents are suing the school district, which is good. It's good that they're fighting back because of a new curriculum that says everybody gets to choose whether they're a boy or a girl or both or neither or something else. And nobody has a right to tell them who they are. And this is going down to kindergarten. Mm-hmm. And of course, that last phrase, nobody can tell them, is directed at parents, of course.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And the schools also, not just the curriculum, but the practices. They allow children to choose their own gender identity at school, and they do not tell their parents. School personnel are instructed not to tell their parents if a child chooses an opposite sex gender identity at school. So schools are now hiding this from parents, and that was kind of the final straw that caused this lawsuit. So that would be an example where the book the book Love Thy Body is actually growing in relevance because of because these issues are growing. Gender identity especially is just growing in leaps and bounds.
Yeah. Yeah. Good.